Welcome to our deep dive on an aggressive yet disciplined strategy to accelerate your retirement savings. In this video, we will explore how to maximize contributions to tax-advantaged accounts right now and temporarily fund your living expenses from existing cash reserves. First, we'll outline the core idea and psychology behind the approach. Next, we'll layer in tax optimization moves and an implementation plan. Finally, we'll examine risks, include a disclaimer, and test your understanding with quick quizzes. Let's get started. Here's our agenda. First, we cover the strategy overview. Second, we highlight the most tax-efficient accounts and how they fit together. Third, we visualize the plan with diagrams and a timeline. Fourth, we address the psychological challenges and the financial reality. Fifth, we provide step-by-step instructions for implementation. Sixth, we review risks and safeguards along with the importance of human oversight. Seventh, we include 2 quick quizzes to reinforce learning. Finally, we wrap up with key takeaways and a concise summary. Before we proceed, please note this video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial, tax, legal, or investment advice. Your situation is unique and may require professional guidance. Moreover, IRS rules and contribution limits change, so always verify current details and consider consulting a fiduciary advisor before implementing any strategy. With that established, let's move into the core strategy. The core move is simple. Increase your 401k contributions to hit the maximum for the year as fast as possible. By doing so, your take-home pay will temporarily drop. Then, you cover that shortfall with cash you already hold, critically, only after maintaining a fully funded emergency fund. Conceptually, you're not reducing your income. Instead, you're transferring money from a low-growth, taxable environment into a tax-advantaged, compounding engine. Traditional 401k contributions can lower your current taxable income, and regardless of tax type, you maximize the period over which your investments can grow. In short, you front-load your retirement savings to give compounding more years to work. This flowchart begins by confirming an adequate emergency fund. If that buffer is not in place, the strategy pauses until 3 to 6 months of living expenses are saved. If it is in place, we evaluate high-interest debt. If such debt exists, we prioritize paying it down before implementing the contribution acceleration. If not, we proceed to raise 401k contributions to the annual maximum, estimate the resulting paycheck gap, and cover that gap from excess cash reserves. In parallel, if eligible, we also consider maxing an HSA and contributing to a Roth IRA. Thereafter, we monitor the cash runway monthly, reassess taxes and withholding as needed, and continue until annual targets are met, after which we return contributions to a sustainable steady-state level. Beyond the employer plan, consider 2 additional pillars. First, the Roth IRA, funded with after-tax dollars, can deliver tax-free growth and withdrawals in retirement, offering excellent tax diversification. Second, if you are eligible for a health savings account, the HSA's triple tax advantage is exceptionally powerful and often worth prioritizing early. Always capture your employer match in the 401k because it's essentially guaranteed return. Regarding order, a common framework after the emergency fund is to capture the match, fund the HSA, and then fully utilize 401k and IRA options, modified by your plan's fees and your personal circumstances. As a reminder, verify contribution limits each year because they change periodically. This table summarizes common accounts, their tax characteristics, and when to prioritize them. Traditional 401k contributions reduce current taxable income, while Roth 401k contributions trade current tax savings for future tax-free withdrawals. The Roth IRA provides tax-free growth and flexibility, but may be constrained by income limits. The HSA, when eligible, offers pre-tax contributions, tax-deferred growth, and tax-free withdrawals for qualified medical expenses. Always consider plan fees and verify the latest IRS rules and limits before making decisions. Comparing traditional and Roth 401k contributions helps tailor this strategy. Traditional contributions provide a current tax deduction, which is attractive if your present tax rate is higher than what you expect in retirement. In contrast, Roth 401k contributions forgo the current deduction in exchange for tax-free withdrawals in retirement, which can be advantageous if you anticipate higher future tax rates. Incorporating both can add tax diversification, reducing uncertainty about future tax regimes. This pie chart illustrates a possible mix for covering the temporary monthly budget gap. The largest share often comes from existing cash reserves set aside for this purpose. Side income can supplement the gap, while short-term spending cutbacks and occasional windfalls play supporting roles. Your actual mix may differ, but the goal is the same. Systematically bridge the shortfall while you aggressively fund tax-advantaged accounts. Psychologically, seeing a much smaller paycheck can be uncomfortable. However, in financial terms, this is a planned reallocation from low-yield cash into a high-compounding, tax-advantaged vehicle. In effect, you are paying your future self earlier, which increases the total time horizon for compounding. Consequently, this discomfort is often the price of a more optimal long-term outcome, provided your emergency fund and other safeguards are in place. Quiz time. The question asks which account is commonly prioritized early due to its triple tax advantage, assuming eligibility. The options are A. Roth IRA, B. HSA, C. Taxable brokerage, and D. 529 plan. You may pause the video now to think about your answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. HSA. The health savings account provides pre-tax contributions, tax-deferred growth, and tax-free withdrawals for qualified medical expenses, making it uniquely powerful among tax-advantaged accounts. Here is a practical execution plan. First, ensure the emergency fund is fully established, generally 3 to 6 months of expenses. Second, review debts and eliminate high-interest balances before accelerating retirement contributions. Third, raise your 401k contribution percentage to reach the annual maximum, and adjust withholding if needed. Fourth, calculate your new monthly paycheck gap and pre-fund a runway with cash reserves. Fifth, if you are HSA eligible, contribute and invest those funds rather than leaving them idle. Sixth, consider Roth IRA contributions using post-tax cash when appropriate. Seventh, automate transfers, monitor progress monthly, and set reminders to stay on track. Eighth, reassess taxes mid-year to minimize surprises. Finally, once you hit your annual goals, dial contributions back to a sustainable level for the rest of the year. This timeline structures the year into practical milestones. In month 1, you verify the emergency fund, review debts, and raise 401k contributions. In month 2, you pre-fund your cash runway and enable HSA investing. In month 3, you begin Roth IRA contributions. By month 4, you perform a withholding check. In month 5, you review expenses for minor cutbacks. In month 6, you conduct a mid-year tax projection and confirm that contributions are on pace. In month 7, you rebalance the portfolio if necessary. In month 8, you confirm that your cash runway remains sufficient. In month 9, you catch up any contribution shortfalls. In month 10, you push to reach annual maximums. In month 11, you plan the transition back to steady-state contributions. Finally, in month 12, you close the year and document insights for next year's planning. No strategy is free of risk. Liquidity risk arises if you drain cash too far below your emergency threshold. Job risk matters if your employment situation is uncertain. Health costs must be considered, especially if you have a high-deductible health plan. Tax complexity may require mid-year withholding checks and potentially professional guidance. And investment risk is inherent, so maintain alignment with your risk tolerance and time horizon. Finally, behavioral risk is real. Smaller paychecks can feel stressful, so pre-commit to the plan and automate to reduce decision fatigue. While calculators and AI tools can validate the mathematics of this strategy, comprehensive financial planning demands human judgment. Integrate proven decision flowcharts and review your choices with a fiduciary advisor who can weigh debt levels, family obligations, health needs, and long-term goals. In other words, use technology as support, not as a substitute for personalized oversight. Here is the second quiz question. Before accelerating 401k contributions and using cash reserves to cover the gap, which prerequisite is most important? The options are A. Owning a home, B. A fully funded emergency fund, C. A perfect credit score, and D. Maximizing a taxable brokerage account first. You may pause the video now to think about your answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. A fully funded emergency fund. This cash buffer is the most important prerequisite because it protects your plan from unexpected expenses or income disruptions while your paycheck is temporarily reduced. Here are the key takeaways. First, maximizing tax-advantaged contributions earlier extends the compounding runway. Second, cover temporary paycheck gaps from excess cash reserves while maintaining your emergency fund. Third, HSA and Roth IRA contributions can add meaningful tax efficiency. Fourth, follow a clear plan with automation and mid-year tax reviews. Finally, complement the numerical logic with human oversight that aligns with your personal context. In summary, this strategy front-loads contributions to move cash from a low-yield environment into tax-advantaged growth as early as possible. Keep the order of operations in mind. Ensure your emergency fund, capture the employer match, consider the HSA if eligible, and fully utilize 401k and IRA options. Track your cash runway, automate contributions, and reassess taxes periodically. Most importantly, incorporate professional guidance and proven frameworks so the plan fits your goals and constraints. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like the video, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe for more practical personal finance guides. What would you adjust in this approach based on your situation? Share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.